Welcome to Modern Church Leader, a short daily show to help you grow your church, be more effective and efficient, and powerful for the kingdom of God.
What makes the perfect church website? It's a great question. At Tithely, we've seen thousands of websites, and we've seen thousands of really, really bad websites. So it's one of those things where many times, churches are getting their websites built by maybe a volunteer, maybe it's the kid of the pastor. Like they get them in all kinds of ways, right? So they're trying to get a great website on a dime, which makes sense. But often they end up with something that's subpar, and then it exists for a long time. So they got it 10 years ago and they haven't touched it, right? So church websites can be really, really bad. And the opportunity in church websites is for the first time visitor, right? We have a clear thought process on websites at Tithely, which is church websites are for visitors, mobile apps are for members. So your website needs to be just built to engage the people that are looking to find a church in their community, right? So we'll talk about a few things, but why it matters and why you're building it for the people that are looking for a church is because people are moving into town, they're getting in a new area, they're doing a search for churches near me or church in my neighborhood or churches in, insert your city, churches in San Diego, and they're seeing results on Google. They're clicking on the top 3, they're going to your website. And if they go to your website and your website doesn't respond or it's slow or it looks really bad or it's hard to find some information, they're leaving in seconds, right? And they're going on to the next one. If they get to the next one and it's bad, it has some issues, they're going to the next one. So you want to have a site that does a few things really well. So let's hit those. So number one is it needs to be mobile friendly, right? Your church website must work on a mobile phone. If it doesn't work on a mobile phone, you're missing half or more of the people that are going to end up on your website. So make it mobile friendly. Number two, make sure that it is super, super optimized for speed. Make sure it's fast, right? If I'm on my mobile phone and I'm commuting somewhere or I'm, in between meetings or whatever, I'm rushing around and I'm looking for a church and it's slow, what do you do immediately? You just hit the back button and you go to the next thing, right? So make sure your website is fast. Like do things to make it optimized to load as fast as it can on a mobile device, which a lot of times means not using video, not using large pictures, all these kinds of things, right? But good website folks know how to do that. So mobile friendly, loads fast. Number 3 is focused on guests, focused on the first time visitor, focused on the person looking for a church. And there's really 2 things that come to mind right there, right? So when you build a website that's focused on a guest, above the fold, so I'm looking at my screen, I'm on my mobile device, right there, I should be able to see where the church is located, what times church meets, and on what day of the week you meet. So it should be really easy for me to see that, you meet on Sundays, you meet at, the middle school down the street, and it's at 10 o'clock, right? I should be able to find that right away. It shouldn't be complicated. I should be able to map it, click on the link and Google map it, all those kind of things. Like make that so easy. The next thing they need to be able to do is just kind of get the vibe of your church, right? So I should be able to get to the website and get a real sense of, how do people dress? Like what kind of worship looks like is happening there? What do I do with my kids? Like, where do I park? Just some real basic stuff. So give me a sense of what church is going to be like and help me to be comfortable showing up. And the kind of the third part about that is have your sermons online, right? So I'm going to listen to maybe 5 minutes of sermon or maybe 10 minutes of a sermon. I might check a few of them because I want to get a sense of like, what's the preaching like and what are they talking about? And am I going to feel comfortable there, right? So just help me get a sense of where you're at and what the church is like, right? Give me those 2 things right away, make it focus on a guest, and I'm good. The next thing I'd add in there is what we call plan your visit, right? It's a tool within your website where I can click, plan my visit or I want to attend or, whatever you want to call it, right? But plan your visit. So I can click on that. And it's a great way to guide the person through some information, when you meet, where you meet, kind of how to dress, where to park, those kind of things. So you can kind of walk them through that and you can capture maybe their name, email, and phone number, right? If they're willing to give you that info, they plan your visit and now they're into your church management system. You can follow up with them and make sure they come to church, right? Text message, email, phone call, all those kind of things, but they've planned their visit and it's going to become easy for them to go. The last part that I'll add real quick is once they've planned their visit, a great church website that has the plan your visit tool has a text communication kind of plan behind that, right? So I've planned my visit, and then maybe Saturday afternoon, I get an automatic text message from the pastor saying, hey, really excited for you to come. Click on this link. I'd love you to welcome you to church, right? Click on the link. It's a YouTube video from the pastor just telling you about how excited he is for you to be there, what to expect, where to go, those kind of things, right? So it's kind of this reminder text on Saturday afternoon, getting you to church. Then you come on Sunday, and then maybe you get another reminder message on Monday morning. Not a reminder, but you get a follow-up message on Monday morning. That's like from the pastor. It's another video. It's like, thanks for coming. Really glad you came. Great to meet your kids, whatever it is, but it's kind of a personalized message, but it's all done in an automated fashion. So your website really being geared towards first-time guests and following up, getting them to church, and even saying thanks after they come is the way to go.
Thanks for listening. Please review Modern Church Leader on Apple Podcasts and visit our website for more resources at tithe.ly or follow the links in the show notes.